All for the gram. Bitches love the gram. Oh, wait, shit. All she wanna do is party all night. Goddamn, Roxanne. Never gonna love me, but it's alright. She think I'm an asshole. She think I'm a player. She keep running back though, only cause I pay her. Roxanne, Roxanne. All she wanna do is party all night. Met her at a party in the hills, yeah. She just wanna do it for the thrill, yeah. Shorty drop a pool, no top. But if I thought she need she gon' pop. Ay, she don't wait in line, it's too long. She don't drop the whip unless the roof fall. Only wanna call when I shot. Only take the pic when I have time. She from Malibu, Malibu. If you ain't got a foreign, then she laugh at you. Malibu, Malibu. And daddy's money with an attitude. Roxanne, Roxanne. All she wanna do is party all night. Goddamn, Roxanne. Never gonna love me, but it's alright. She think I'm an asshole. She think I'm a player. She keep running back though, only cause I pay her. Roxanne, Roxanne. All she wanna do is party all night.
I had this myth that I used to believe if I read a book, I would somehow have a skill. And I feel like when you read a book, you have a general idea of like the vague outline of what the skill might be, right? You learn so much more from your first 100 sales calls than you will from reading every single book in the library on sales. That belief shifted when I was in that 6-month terrible period of my life where I was like deciding whether to stay or go. I read, I think like 10 or 15 self-help books, and I realized that my life hadn't changed. I wasn't really learning because it didn't actually affect my behavior. And if you look at behavioral conditioning, they say the definition of learning is that when you put the same condition and you have a different behavior. If someone does something in a condition and then they learn something and then you present the same condition, if their behavior changes, they have learned something, which either happens through reinforcement or punishment. That's it. I was consuming all the stuff and in the same condition, which means that I had learned nothing despite consuming a lot of content. Once I realized that behavior and action was the thing that actually got me to learn. I had this myth that I used
Welcome back. Welcome to episode 3 or 4. Yeah, 4. That is the video of the day. Behavior versus condition. And point being, why did I put that video is, yeah man, lost count already. I know this is gonna happen actually. I know like the third stream that I'm going to do from now is going to have maybe 0 viewers, or like the 10th stream that I'm going to do from now is going to have 0 viewer. Alright, so behavior versus condition is the video of the day. Why did I show that video? Is if you define learning through first principles, and what is learning? It's same stimulus but different behavior. So you need to change your behavior until you get the right behavior. What is stupidity? Stupidity is same stimulus, same behavior every time. So how does someone improve? How do I improve? Is whenever I get a condition, I need to keep changing my behavior until I get the right behavior. So there is always a right behavior and a wrong behavior. I could always talk in a way that's more charismatic. I could walk in a way that's more charismatic. I could say things that convince people better. So how do you improve? How do you learn? Is you do more. And when you do more, How do I maximize everything? How do I become a better speaker? How do I make myself look good? The best possible version. How can I code in a way that's the best? So everything from physique to my general intelligence, there is a right way to do things. So how do we learn is we do volume, so we do more of the same thing, and then we observe the results, and then we correct our behavior. So how can we implement this? So yesterday's stream, I found out that my words starts to dash together the longer I speak. So towards the end of the live stream, I realized that I was completely incoherent. And there is no clarity in my voice the longer I speak. So this is the problem that I saw. So what is the possible solution that I think will fix this problem? So I'm going to speak closer to the mic, and then I'm going to overdo the lip movements, and then I'm going to remember to stay energetic throughout. So how do we implement this? We put a timer, and this is how we learn, and that is the video of the day. So without any further ado, you guys can follow along solving this doing Leetcode with me. So how we are going to go about this is, I'm going to look at a problem, and then I'm going to mute myself, and then we are going to take 7 minutes to think of a solution, and then after 7 minutes I'm going to start talking and doing the problem. So let's play some music and solve some problems. That is cool. Thank you. Let me know if the music is too loud.
This is going to be such an exciting day. I hope you enjoy it. I think you will.
So yesterday we did 5 problems. Let's just jump straight ahead and go with the next one, which is while loops. Well, the goal here is I'm gonna do the while loop problem, and after that I'm just gonna skip patterns because I've already done patterns, so we'll come back to it maybe day after tomorrow or something, and we'll jump straight to basic math.
Some moments in life, there are no words.
So the goal would be to complete 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 problems of basic math section of this sheet. I am posting the link of this sheet
We are the dreamers.
over here.
If the good Lord had intended us to walk, he wouldn't have invented roller skates.
This one is pretty rudimentary. I don't think we need a timer to do it. Yeah, it just asks us to print the number in reverse order using while loop though.
Because we don't know when we will die.
We'll open programmers real quick and then solve the problem.
Well. Yet everything happens only a certain number
I don't think it needs a timer. It's pretty rudimentary.
Very small number. How many more times will you remember a certain afternoon of your childhood? Some afternoon that's
Pretty
so deeply
simple.
a part of your being that you can't even conceive of your life without
Sure,
it.
we'll have an input.
Perhaps
We'll
for
create a variable
more,
num,
perhaps not even that.
have an input,
How many more times will
use
you watch
int of
the full
input
movie?
of
Perhaps 20. And
to get
yet
the
it
string,
all seems
to get
worse than all.
the input as a number as opposed to a string. Then what? Well, we can use while num is greater than 0. So what you're trying to do is we gotta print the numbers in descending order in the n's table. So if it's something like n equal to 3, it should be like start from 30 and then it should go to 27. So 30 minus 3, 27, and then 27 minus 3, 24, and then 24 minus 3, 21. So first we'll just try to print in reverse order directly. So while num greater than 0, let's do print num,
How many more times
and then we
will you
gotta
watch the full movie?
decrement it. So num equal to
Perhaps 20.
num minus
And yet it all seems limitless.
okay, so every time we need to subtract with the original number that we got. So if we get 2, every time we need to subtract with 2. If we get 3, every time we need to subtract with 3. So we need to store this number. So we'll have something like original num, which is num. So we never touch this. So every time we just subtract num with original num, and then this loop would keep running until it hits 0. So let's say it's 3. It doesn't. It should start with the end in reverse order. Okay. Alright, so it should start with the 10th table of the number. So what we do is let's have another variable. Hey man, what's up? So let's have another variable here. Something like times 10 equal to num into 10. I just want to make sure is the vocal to music balance good. So we just start with times 10 until times 10 is not equal to the number we got. First, we will print times 10. I don't think we need this anymore. So times 10, or better, let it be times. Times equal to times minus num. So I guess this would work. Give 2. Okay, some variable error. Alright, it works. But it stops. It does not print the one table of it. So while times reduce the background music more. Alright. Is this better? Oh, my PC is fuming right now. Hope this is better. Alright, yeah, that's fine. So the problem is done. Am I still streaming? My PC is fuming right now. Does the stream work? I don't know whether I'm streaming or not. Alright, I think it works. Cool. Hope that resolves by itself. I've stopped the music for now. Am I live? That is the question. Lagging, alright. Alright, I hope that gets resolved. Not gonna play any music, at least for now. Encoder is overloaded. Alright, stopping the stream. Wait, I think it works now. I think it works fine now. Alright, back to the problem. Not gonna play any music for a while. Where were we? We solved this problem and we got our desired output. So if we give something like 5, it would print the table in the reverse order. This is the code for it. I think this has O(n) time complexity. So that is that. Send problem link. It is problem number. It is the while loop problem. Yeah, man, for real. Wait, it says encoder overloaded again. I will Should I end the stream? God damn it. Does it work now? I feel like it works now. Or lower the video bitrate. I don't think I can do it while I'm streaming. Alright, I'll try to fix the issue. Bruh, it works fine on my phone. Is the stream okay? Alright, should I end the stream or does it work smoothly? Bro, I think it works fine. Yeah, better now. Okay, sure. So, we did the while loop problem, which is nothing but printing the number in the reverse order. So I just solved this problem. Sure. Thank you. Did you guys do this, or should I go to the next one, or should I just try to do this syntax in Java again so that you guys have some company? I think it's basically the same. So all you need to do is you get a number and then you need to print its table in reverse order. So if it's 5, you need to start printing from 50 and then 45 and then 40 and then 35 and then so on so forth until you get 5. And that's pretty much it. It's pretty rudimentary reverse while loop. So what I've done is I'm taking an input and I instantly have another variable that multiplies it by 10. And then I'm having a while loop. I'm saying that, hey, when this value, which is times 10 of the number, matches with the value that I got. So if 50 matches with 5, you stop the while loop. So until then you keep printing. So it prints the times, which is 50 for the first iteration. And then what it does is it does 50 minus 5. So you get 45. And now 45 goes here. Now it checks again. Is 45 greater than or equal to 5? It is. So it executes. So second time we get 45. And then it does 45 minus 5 equals 40. And then it checks again. Is 40 greater than or equal to 5? It is. So it keeps going, so on and so forth. So we're done with this problem. For some reason it doesn't allow me to change this into Python, so I'm not going to submit this. I've done this in programmers instead. Is the stream good? Or am I lagging once again? Guys, Is the stream good? Alright, I don't think I'm lagging. So we'll go to the next problem, which is we're gonna skip functions passed by reference and time complexity and patterns for now, because one, I've got some experience with patterns, and two, I don't think if I'm gonna be streaming for like 2 hours from now, I don't think it'd be a smarter decision to go for this. So instead we'll get some easy wins and try to do 7 problems today. All of this. So we'll do all of this today. I guess Hemant has already done all of them, if I'm not wrong. So I'll start off with the first one. Count digits. What does the article say? Alright, it just explains the problem. So we'll start off with the first problem. Second problem of the day, which is counting digits. So So 7 minutes and starting now. So think about the problem for 7 minutes and we'll start solving after it hits 0. Yeah, I think it's lagging terribly, so I'm gonna stop the stream and we'll be back.